We are at the entrance of Dragon's Tooth, the very populated hike here in Southwest Virginia. It is 3 miles up and 3 miles back. Since it's so populated, the maintenance people have to work hard and maintain this area, since every week, every month, there is something that damages along the path. There are 31 clubs that maintain the Appalachian Trail. The RATC is one of them. The Roanoke Appalachian Trail Club was started in 1932. This was at the same time period where the people built the trails around here, which include Dragon's Tooth, Bald Knob, and Tinker. This club was designed to be maintained by volunteers, and it still is to this day. There are currently about 7,000 volunteers that put in about 250,000 hours of maintaining the trail. The volunteers also maintain the trails in different ways.
Simple maintenance is like trimming and cutting down trees. A little heavier stuff would be rebuilding a trail that's washed out, digging side hill. Relocations are probably the worst to do. So,
one of the hardest beats for the RATC is relocation. It is if a trail is destroyed or in a bad position anyways, and the trail itself will never be good unless the entire portion of the trail was shifted. The RATC relocates the trail so it can be more sustainable. They endure in many different relocations a year around Southwest Virginia.
We're doing a relocation at Mountain Lake right now, and that's because of erosion. It's a 6,000 foot relocation.
The RATC mostly work in the spring, summer, and fall. During the winter, they still do, but not as often due to the cold and conditions. In the spring and summer, they will be out once or twice a week, working on the trails. This is when they get the most of their work done. In the winter, it depends on how extreme the problem is. It is very common for hikers to overthink what is done behind the scenes of each trail they decide to hike. Most experienced hikers follow the term of leave no trace, but the common hiker doesn't and regularly destroys the trail. The people of the RATC should be appreciated more often for keeping the trails neat and clean.
Well, I feel like they definitely do deserve a lot more recognition. I feel like just as someone that does go on these trails, I don't really ever think about the people that are cleaning up after it. I just kind of more so appreciate that it is clean. But I guess for myself, I need to start appreciating that more and just extending thank yous and things like that. Because like you said, people who are volunteering to do it, it's just very respectful, and I really do appreciate it. And I always really appreciate when it's a clean trail. I always feel like it's a noticeable difference in my enjoyment of just the experience overall.
These trails have been worn to the ground due to the overuse of people hiking on these popular trails. Without the RATC, the trails would look destroyed and ugly. The RATC keeps these trails looking professional and tidy for future generations to hike for years. Reporting from Blacksburg, Virginia, I'm Matthew Gervasio.